everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. We had picked out a topic that is an ongoing process with a lot of folks that are looking for placement needs, may it be for their loved ones themselves, and even for their parents and grandparents, whoever that it may be. I've had a lot of clients that even are seeking assistance with a neighbor of theirs that they don't have family. So this, conversation and topic that we're talking about today really hits everyone. So if you have any questions about it, by all means, at the end, I'll give you my website where you can contact me and then also have a further discussion. But the topic today is called the who, what, why, where, and how to use a senior placement service. I think if people really understand what we actually do, myself, I can only speak for myself as the owner of my placement company. I do not work for a company. I actually own my company. So I could talk about the who very, very detailed wise. The who, when you're using a placement company, you want to get somebody that is personable, that is going to be able to help you navigate your personal needs or your loved one's personal needs. It's somebody that you could trust. There's many conversations that I have with people that when they are in the process of purchasing a home, they go to a real estate agent that they trust, or a realtor that they trust. Or if there's some legal matters, they go to an attorney that is either recommended, but they could trust. Same thing when somebody's doing your taxes or financial planning. It's somebody that you can trust. This is a very, very personal journey for senior placement. So why would you not use somebody that you trust? Some people navigate on the computer and they get hooked up with an online service, which is wonderful. If that works for you, that's great. But it doesn't have the personal touch of somebody that they can actually meet with, know, been recommended by, and actually trust. So the who is very important. How did this person come to starting a senior placement company? I also believe that you should really look into that as well too. There's a lot of them that are opening up as of recently. What are their experiences to start such a company? Is this something new that they're venturing in, meaning not only as a business, but actually the industry? All I could do, again, speak for myself. I am a certified senior living administrator, meaning I had to get my certification. So I know the rules and regulations that are bestowed upon the industry and upon running an assisted living. Did I do that to run an assisted living? No. I wanted to know the rules and regulations that are bestowed upon the industry so this way we could navigate your loved one's process appropriately. Also, when you're speaking to the owner, you're not going through levels of hierarchy in a company. You're speaking to the owner. So again, it's not something, I have to get back to the owner. Let me find out if I can get you some information. Let me get back to you and see what my boss says. So you're speaking to the person that has really started this company because of experience. Now, what do you mean experience? Again, speaking for myself, I have over 25 plus years of healthcare experience, that being in sales management and administration, of healthcare, meaning home health and hospice. And I always specialized in senior living when I did work in home health and hospice. So I have a great, really foundation of knowing what is needed health-wise and appropriateness for what senior living community that is appropriate for your loved one based on a lot of things. That I'm going to speak about a little bit now is what I call the 4 pillars of needs. That's something that I personally developed, is that the 4 pillars of needs to make an appropriate placement. One, the first pillar of need is that financial. Can somebody afford moving into a senior living community, home, facility, not only now, but for the extended period of time? Yes, there is access to some funding, but primarily it is private pay. So there is something that I can help you with my resources to help you finance that. The second pillar need is medically. It's got to be medically appropriate. Having a lot of comorbidities as you age, you want to make sure that as you age in place is as you become more of need or dependent on somebody, that you're at a community that can do those tasks, but you're also going to be able to move graciously through that community or home. The third one is social. Social activity is stimulation that is important for your placement needs as well too. It's not an existence. It's not sitting in a room all day by yourself. It's integrating with the other residents and having a good time. May it be playing games, trivia, maybe crafts, whatever that it may be. It's something that's stimulating. The last part is spirituality, is being able to still practice your faith even though you're in a senior living community, and maybe it being that it's assisted, that you can't get out to a place of worship, but they come to you. So those 4 pillars of needs is something that I do. So that is the who you want to use for senior placement. You see how we embrace the placement. The what. What is it about senior placement? Why would you use a senior placement company? But what is it? It is an advisor that is actually helping you through the transition process. So there is a lot of things that are going to be needed through this process. Maybe a change in your health insurance, maybe a moving company, maybe needing an attorney, maybe needing a downsizing company, maybe needing a realtor. That is what is needed to make this easy transition really appropriate and kind and compassionate. Also, to have access to resources for medical providers. Okay, so now you know who to use and what is the necessary components into using a senior placement company, but why would you use it? I'm going to ask, why not? Why would you not use a senior placement company that is personalized and knowing what you need for your loved one, for yourself? And it is complimentary service. Why would you not use a professional service that's all that we do for you and your loved one? It does give a peace of mind. So why? I'm going to say, why not? A lot of people like scatter and they're visiting all these senior living communities and doing it on their own. And they become very, very inundated with all that information. And some of it's not even applicable. Like some facilities or communities are not even appropriate because they don't even know to ask about their licensure. So why? I say, why not use a senior placement company? Where do you use this? Well, I say where is and/when is to use it now. Do not wait till it is imminent. When somebody falls, is in a skilled nursing facility or a hospital, they can't go back home. Now we're in a rush process, but more importantly is the fact that you know that senior loved one or family friend, whoever they may be, is now disoriented because a lot of things have transpired in the last couple of weeks. You know, having a major fall, may it be a UTI, and like, where do we begin? Oh my gosh, when and how does it happen? So that's why using somebody professional during this time takes the burden off of you, and they're going to seek out the most appropriate options for you, rather than looking at something and saying it looks pretty, it looks good, and we're moving in, and then soon to find out it is not appropriate. So the where and the when, I'm going to say, is really simultaneous. Don't wait. There's a famous saying that it's not a matter if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. So let's plan on when and where. Let's do it now. Don't wait till it's imminent. And how do you use a placement company? Make a call. Get acquainted with their services, their personalized services. Like I said, there's many placement companies. Get to know the person that is going to work with you on this journey. Again, I only could speak for myself from lots of experiences. It's 6.5 years now that I've been in business, but the 28 years of healthcare experience as well. I actually reside in the community still that I moved to for 34 years. So I know the local landscape, but that doesn't segment me only to place locally, but I also can place statewide and I could place nationally. And I do that exactly the same. You say, Linda, you do that nationally. How do you do that? Well, I do have a lot of resources in a lot of states. And I've been proud to say, besides the whole state of Florida that I have placed in, I've placed in Georgia, Tennessee, Connecticut, New York, Georgia, I did say that, Colorado, Texas, Arizona, and even Hawaii. And I've trained some companies to start their businesses like mine, not a franchise, to start their own company with their own philosophy, in Minnesota, Wyoming, Oregon, and working on one in Connecticut. So with all that being said, is how does it work? Get to know the person who is going to help you with the what, why, and where. So, and the why not. So with all due respect, I really would love to have a conversation with you personally versus just assuming that a placement company is appropriate for you. It's got to be mutual. No better way than going to my website. You can see my bio there, my demographics. There is various options. There's testimonials, there's resources, and there's a whole host of all of these videos over the last 6 years. So gives you a little homework assignment, but this way you get to know me a little bit better before you make that call to me. My website is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. And I would love to have a conversation with you, but I want you to feel comfortable with me as well too, and know who you're working with, why, where, how, and why not. Okay? Thank you so much for having me in your personal space, may it be in your home or your business. And thank you for allowing me to have this conversation with you. And I look forward to the future with you as well. Thank you so much for tuning in to Tuesday Talks with Linda McKenna of Golden Rule Senior Placement Services. Till next week, bye-bye. Have a blessed one and give me a call. Looking forward to meeting you. Bye-bye now.